Hi everyone, this is Mary with Studio B. Today we are going to do part of our beginner series for accessible movement. For this practice we are going to focus on the spine. So I'm going to do this practice seated. It could also be done standing. And if you are seated, just making sure your feet are firmly on the ground and that your back is a little bit away from the back of the chair. Before we begin this practice, it's also good to note that if you have any serious injuries with the spine or the cervical area, to be very gentle. Sometimes when we are injured, we can push our bodies a little bit too far. So we always want to stay in the middle, not green, not red, but in the middle. So think of it as the area where it is the most comfortable, no pain or strain. And if there's any movements that don't feel good, you just stop and you can visualize the movements. And that also is a practice in itself. So to begin with, after noticing where the feet are planted, the seat is supported and also the back is away from the back of the chair, we're just going to check in with where our shoulders are. So the shoulders want to be stacked over the hip area. So if you're somebody that goes forward, just lean back a little bit. If you're someone that's leaning back, just lean forward. So the shoulders are over the hip area. The first movement, we're going to take the left hand, put it underneath the right thigh. And just stopping here, it's not something that should be pulling. You want to make sure that the left hand is firmly underneath the thigh. And you're going to take the right arm up and over, and you're going to find the left temple, and then you're just going to tilt the head to the right here, and we're not pulling, we're just feeling this very gentle stretch here along the side of the neck, and with the arm underneath the thigh we're getting that nice side body stretch as well. We're going to warm up the body a little bit here too. And we're going to hold this for almost 10 seconds. It might seem a little bit longer, but I'm keeping count for all of us. So just really feel this nice, gentle stretch. Again, we're not pulling or straining. And then we're going to release the arm down, bring the head back to center, and remove the left hand from that thigh. And we're going to take the right hand, put it underneath the right thigh, and we're switching sides here. The left arm goes up and over to the right temple, and we're tilting the head this time to the left. Again, we're not pulling, we're just, the hands really just wait, so we have that natural stretch here. I'm counting for us to 10. So we're just opening up the side and the neck here a little bit before we go through the upper spine and then all the way down to the lower as well. So it's good to remember that every movement we're doing involves the whole body, whether we realize it or not. So again, just really relaxing into this pose. Gently removing that arm down to the side. Head comes back to center. And then just like checking in here. What does it feel like after that movement in itself? You might notice that your shoulders feel a little bit looser. The neck feels a little bit more mobile. For the next spinal movement, we're going to do a very simple forward fold. So when people hear forward fold, they think that means going all the way over. But for us, we're just going to round the shoulders up and towards the front. And I'm going to bring my gaze to the ground. Now, if you have any cervical issues, make sure you're not lowering the chin. But if it feels comfortable, you can lower the chin towards the chest. Again, I'm counting towards 10. So either the gaze is towards the ground or the chin is towards the chest. We're feeling a nice stretch here on the back of the neck, all the way up through the top of the head. And again, this is also involving the whole entire back, down into the hips as well. So just really feeling that. If you want a little bit more engagement, you can draw the navel towards the spine And we can slowly release, and we're bringing ourselves back up to center. The shoulders are coming back. The head is gently coming up. Again, we're going to feel and see if we can notice the difference from the first movement. So we did a side movement, side to side, and then we did an upper body stretch here with the spine. So when we round again this time, I really want you to exaggerate the shoulders coming forward this time. If you want, you can bring the arms down. They can dangle right here. They can go to the sides. If that feels like too much, you can put them back on your thighs. Wherever you need to go is your body tells you. So just really listen to what the body is saying here. Feeling into the stretch. Again, if you want to bring the navel back towards the spine, you can get an extra abdomen hold here. And we're slowly, slowly, slowly coming back up. Shoulders are going back towards where they started, heads to center. That feels really nice. It's you can tell if you've been sitting for a while that the upper body needs a little bit of a stretch. Now we're going to reverse the movement. I'm going to exaggerate bringing the shoulders up by the ears, and then I'm going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So what that looks like is you can pretend like there's a tube, like a paper towel tube when it's empty in between your shoulder blades and you're squeezing. Now what we want to make sure we're not doing here is that we're not tensing up the face. So you can move the face a little bit, move the head. The movement should be just in the shoulder blades, and then we can slowly release it. And we can like shake the arms out a little bit here. Okay. All right, again, placing the hands on the lap, and shoulders go up by the ears towards the back, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. If you want to get a tighter or more intense stretch, you can pretend like it's a pencil instead of a tube. Just really feeling that nice squeeze in the back of the shoulder blades. This is our back bend of the day. So we did a forward fold and a back bend. And now we can gently release the shoulders. Give it a little wiggle here. We're going to check in and see how we're feeling in this moment here from where we started. You might be noticing that the back is feeling a little bit more mobile. So for this next movement, we're going to do a twist. And again, if there's any strain, please make sure you stop or modify or visualize this movement. So I'm taking the left hand to the right knee, or else it can go on the outside of the right leg. And then I'm taking the right shoulder back. And if you want to look past the shoulder, that's fine. We have a couple options with the arm. It can dangle at the side. You can go on the back of the chair. So wherever you're feeling this nice, gentle twist here, again, you're going to feel this along mainly this arm, the left arm down to the left side. And the gaze past the shoulder, that's basically we're making sure we're not collapsing in the chest. We want to keep the chest upright. And the gaze is slowly and gently looking past the shoulder, or maybe it's looking above it or below it. It's more important is the integrity of where the upper body is here. And we slowly unwind back to center. And we're going to switch sides. The right hand is going to the left knee or outside of the left thigh. Taking that shoulder back again, the arm can go dangling at the side or the back of the chair. And bringing that gaze back to the left side. It can go past the shoulder or before the shoulder, wanting to feel the stretch here in the right side. Really feeling that nice, gentle, steady stretch, nothing that's straining the body. Slowly unwinding back to the middle. Again, we check in, maybe do some side-to-side rocking, a little bit more mobility in the spine. For the last movement, we're going to do an overhead stretch. Our arms will probably land in different places, so if my arms are all the way up and yours don't go all the way up, that's completely fine. It can stop halfway or 3/4 of the way. So we're going to inhale, and the arms are going to come up, and I'm going to go up towards the ceiling, but if you stop here, that's fine, or if you stop here, that's fine. But inhaling it up, and then exhaling, pushing the arms down the middle. And really feeling that full range of movement here when we're bringing the arms up. And pushing it down with the exhale. Again, we're just trying to get the expansion here on the whole body. If the arms stop here, that's fine. And bringing it down. On the exhale, 2 more, inhaling it up. Exhaling down the middle. Last one up again. And when we reach the top here, just really feeling a nice full stretch. And exhaling it back down. Wonderful. The hands can rest on the thighs. Again, we're just going to check in and see if we're having a little bit more mobility, if we can feel the shoulder blades have traveled down a little bit. It's okay to give a little wiggle, see where the movement is here. And with every movement, I like to have a little bit of stillness towards the end of the practice. So just, again, finding the feet firmly on the ground, making sure that the shoulders are stacked over the hips. Let's check in with our breath with a nice deep inhale. And a long exhale. A nice deep inhale. And a long exhale. These movements can be repeated. If you find something that's really helping you, please do that movement 2 or 3 times, holding it for 10 seconds on each side. Also, all of these movements can be done standing as well. If you're feeling a little groggy at your desk, it's nice to stand up and do these movements. And as always, when we are working with the body, listen to its innate wisdom. It's going to tell you where that red light is. So making sure we're listening as we do our movement. But I appreciate you taking the time to do this short practice for the spine, and tune in for the next step in the series, which we will go over our text neck, we like to call it, when we are busy at our desk texting or typing. Thank you for your practice.